Big 3 player draft will be live on FS1 next Thursday from 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern Time. And then live is going to be all about Big 3 basketball on either FS1 or Fox, depending on the week. The founder of Big 3 Basketball, Cube, and the chairman of Big 3 Basketball, Amy Trask. Good to see you both here on the show.
Thanks for having us.
You got it. What does a Big 3 combine look like?
Oh, man, it's fun. You know, guys going at it hard. You know, some guys with a lot to prove. You know, some guys are not in the NBA and think they should be. You know, some guys, you know, had a big name in the league, but they still got game. You know, when you're a true baller, the NBA doesn't define you. You know what I mean? You just ball out wherever you can. So we got the Big 3 there, and we got a lot of players that's really ready to still showcase their talent on a high level.
Some of these guys don't mean like, hey, I've been there, done that. I don't need to combine it up. I don't need to work out.
Not at all. Not you put them on the court, give them a ball, and it's all out competition.
I mean, it's a few players that, you know that, you know, they've done enough, and, you know, we'll see if they come to the combine. Some guys think, got a big enough name, I might get picked off the board, you know, which is a big mistake. You know what I mean? You should come to the combine.
Well, of all the new names that I'm hearing about involved with Big 3, Greg Oden is one that jumps out at me.
Yeah.
Because is he viewing this as redemption or opportunity? What are conversations might either one of you had with Greg Oden about what this means?
I think he's, you know, a true baller that just want to play with his peers. You know, when you're 7 foot tall, you don't want to just go play at the local gym. You know what I mean? You want to play with other 7-footers and people who can handle your skills. So I just think they're coming for the competition. Some guys, you know, they have a dream of making it back in the NBA. We had Xavier Silas, who was in the Big 3 last year. He went to the D-League and got a 10-day contract with the Celtics, which was cool because it shows that you can make it back to the league with the Big 3.
And I assume stories like that, Amy, is crucial when you're growing a league, right?
Well, it's terrific. And as Cube says, it's a big, big statement. And look, you were great. Came to a game last year. We loved having you.
God, my kids loved it. It was fantastic.
And you saw the level of competition on the court. And that's one thing that has opened a lot of eyes, that these men are there to play. And as Cube says, they're competitors.
Yeah. And this year they're going to be in shape. They're going to be ready. Last year, you know, they said, okay, Cube, we'll play in your league. And they really wasn't sure, you know, was it going to be, you know, 15,000 people like it was at our first game, or was it going to be 1,500 people? So they didn't really know what to expect. And, you know, a real league broke out on them. And now they're ready. You know, they've been training since we had our championship game. And so guys are going to be more in shape, more ready. The league has gotten younger. Got players coming straight, you know, from NBA rosters or G League rosters onto the Big 3. So it's starting to, you know, snowball into what we expect it to be, which is a viable league.
And there are far fewer spots available than there are that men who want them. So the competition's going to be fierce, and there are going to be people who aren't drafted that are going to be a little bit stunned.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Because you even expanded the rosters this year, right? You added a sixth man to your rosters this year?
We added we let the player captains pick another co-captain, another person they really want to play with. So, you know, this is, you know, the last time we're going to expand like that. So now you have 19 spots available, but we're going to have over 60 to 80 people at the combine fighting for those 19 spots. So the competition is going to be fierce. It's going to be some players with names that don't make the cut. But what's cool is in success, we want to expand, and hopefully, you know, we'll next year
more teams down the road
be able to accommodate more players that really want to play in the Big 3.
Cube and Amy Trask here talking some Big 3 basketball, and we'll discuss football and other sports coming up shortly here. So what is your vision of success, Cube? What do you want this league to be in your heart of hearts? You can wave a wand and just skip the growing process. Okay. What do you
wave
want?
that wand, Cube?
Yeah. What do you want this to be?
I want this to be what people look for in the summer as, to get their sports and basketball fix. I mean, I think, like I said, if we're not around 100 years, I'm going to be somewhere pissed off.
And Rich, we really have achieved a number of milestones already. The games this year in prime time, all of them, as you graciously mentioned, live telecasts. It is a legitimate, accepted league, and Cube and Jeff Quantinitz have tremendous ideas for growth, but it's on that trajectory.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And we just signed a 3-year deal with Adidas, $15 million. So that's great. That's why I'm rocking my Adidas right now.
I see it. What you have in particular on on your feet right
these
now?
Just the 3 stripes. You got to grab them.
Okay, all right. And so you have that deal already locked in here, and so you got new co-captains already announced to date. Amari Stoudemire.
Yes.
How about that?
That's good. Well, Friday night is Shabbos though. Is he going to be all right with that? Can he
I
roll?
think he'll be all right.
Can he roll on Shabbos on Friday
think
night?
so.
Okay, very good. Baron Davis, who I love that guy.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
Yeah.
I mean, just a gym rat. Guy who, is just a leader.
Yeah, and I see him on Turner too. He's doing a really good job doing some some media work too,
and goes
right
to
now.
the same gym my husband does, and he says he's in shape.
Is that right?
There you go.
What, your husband is in shape?
Both.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Both.
Okay, I just want to make sure. Ron Artest.
Yes.
It's another guy
How
that we've
about
had
that?
here, Brockman.
How about that?
Can't wait for that.
No, but so isn't he though? Is he going by Ron Artest with you, or
Yeah. He's taking it back to the future.
Our test jersey.
did he? Did he?
We got to get you an
Is
our
this
test jersey.
By the way, is this news, or is he? He's not Meta World Peace?
No, he's Meta World Peace.
But just
when he hits the Big 3 court, he's.
I think that is news. I think you just broke news.
So he's not going to go by Meta World Peace anymore?
Not in the Big 3.
Not in the big. His Big 3 jersey is going to say our test. Do you want one of those?
Yes.
Would you sport an our test jersey?
Would I be able to do the Patrick Ewing and put a T-shirt on underneath?
You can do whatever
Of
you want,
course.
Rich.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
Okay.
Because I don't ever want to run afoul of you, Amy Trask.
Fair
I
enough.
never want to do that. Okay, yes. So the answer's short. That was the long answer. Short answer, yes.
Okay.
I will take in our test. Hold on. Killer threes. I will
Yes.
take that. Nate Robinson
Yes.
is on the tri-state.
Kryptonite.
Nate Robinson. Carlos Boozer.
Yes.
Okay, now hold on a second. Glenn Big Baby Davis.
Yes. Big Baby.
Why are we
Davis.
holding on a second?
Well, I mean, did you not see the latest video of Glenn Big Baby Davis?
Yeah, all right.
Yeah,
all
we
right.
saw that.
Well, so is he going to have his briefcase with him? On the
I don't know if he's going to have his briefcase.
We'll find a
As long as
locker.
he got his tennis shoes with him.
That's all that matters.
Just bring your tennis shoes.
Okay. Yeah, it's he's a power team. So he'll bring the. What did he have, Brockman? He had chicken and what was that? Proving that everything was okay?
He had a lot of cash.
He had a
That's
lot
all.
of
I just
cash.
remember seeing
On a
lot of
nice
cash.
plane.
Yeah, on a very nice private plane.
So you did see that video.
Maybe.
It passed, it passed your firewall. And Drew Gooden as well.
Yes.
That's pretty cool. Anybody else that you can name drop? Those are just the co-captains. Who else is new to the Big 3 this year, Cube?
Well, we'll see. When they come to the combine and make the squad, you got to watch the draft. We don't know who's going to actually play. We got a lot of big names, from Birdman. He's
The Birdman's coming?
Yeah, Birdman is
Okay.
signed up to be in our draft pool. So
That's fantastic.
hopefully he gets selected.
Well, this is fun. Like I said, I went there last year, the one here at Staples, and I think you guys doing it live will add also an extra element of
It sure will.
excitement
It sure will.
within the arena, and certainly to folks at home.
No doubt.
Okay. And who's doing the play-by-play? Who do you
We
have?
got Gus Johnson and Jim Jackson.
Hold on a second.
Yeah.
Gus is going to do the Big 3 games?
Yes. Sweet, huh? It's sweet.
Now we're talking.
No, I hear
Now
Gus.
we're
did it.
talking.
That's 2 years in a row now for Gus, and Jim Jackson, who came in studio the other day. You guys are all set. That's
Well, and let me
fantastic.
tell you something
They're
about
the
Gus,
best.
going back to my career in the NFL.
Yes.
What a supportive, encouraging man he was. Sought me out the first time he saw me at a game and was just tremendous my whole career.
And just a smooth dude. He's just that smooth player type.
Oh, I thought you were talking about me.
Gus is
You my homegirl.
now. Does Gus want to do something with you, Cube, in the studio or something? Also, other than just, would he want to do some music with you? Because Gus seems
I
to me
don't know.
that
Yeah, Gus seemed like he got
I
a
think
little bit of
if
got a
you
little doo-wop in him.
if you and Gus did something, I don't know what it is. I don't know what style it would
What
be.
is he gonna do? Like be like Flavor Flav or
Yes,
something?
yes,
I mean, what is he gonna call my raps?
yes.
Collier
Yeah,
raps.
it's
Look,
like
I
drop the
Play
mic,
by
Q.
play.
You are Cube. You are the last person who needs any sort of help in terms of branding, in terms of anything you want to do career-wise. That said, you must do something with Gus Johnson.
Come on, Gus, let's do it, man.
That would be. I think that
We're
would
gonna
go.
perform at your next party.
Would
Me
that
and
go?
Gus.
That would go instantly viral.
Instantly. Anything with Gus, combined Cube.
Right.
I got to get you as an agent. I mean,
Mega
I'm still
hit.
holding out for my cameo in a ride along or something.
Where's that?
Hey, y'all, when we talk about Big 3 basketball,
All right, we'll take a
I think
break.
that was a no.
We're back in 60 seconds. I do want to talk about the Raiders. There's a couple of issues in the National Football League. I'd love to bounce off your experienced mind and your diamond sharp brain in there, Amy Trask, and with Amy Trask and Cube back here in 60 seconds on the Rich Eisen Show. All right, the founder and chairman of Big 3 basketball, respectively, Ice Cube and Amy Trask here on the Rich Eisen Show. Again, the Combine is next Wednesday at Santa Monica College. The Big 3 player draft can be seen on FS1 1 week from last night. And next Thursday from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern Time. And all games this season broadcast live on Friday nights on either FS1 or Fox. Did you demand it have to be on Friday?
you know, Friday is my day.
It is that.
Yeah, you know,
It certainly is that.
best day of the week.
So, what do you think about the Raiders' move for Gruden, Cube? What do you think?
You know, nostalgic. You know, I was very like, yo, this is back to the Chucky days. But we'll see. You know, it's always weird when a coach has been off the sideline for been off the sideline for a while and come back. You know, I know we saw what's old boy the Rams did it when the Super Bowl.
Vermeil.
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 Yeah,
Right.
he did it. So hopefully, you know, Gruden got the same thing going for him, and we'll see. You know, I know he stole a Super Bowl from us, conspiring with his old coach, Bill Callahan. Yeah, that didn't.
Ooh.
That hurt. But
Is that something that was a prevailing thought within the front offices of the Oakland Raiders?
you didn't say Bill. Just change the damn formation.
You know, the calls, the something, right? You know, it was. Look, let me tell you something I've learned.
Yes.
When I'm sitting here with
Amy,
Cube,
yes.
people want to hear from Cube. Okay,
Don't
so we'll
deflect.
let Cube
Do
take
not
it.
deflect.
It was.
You're not allowed to deflect.
If you remember, that was a Super Bowl the last time, and I hope for the league's sake, the only time that there wasn't the 2-week break between
Right.
the championship game and the Super Bowl. There was only a 1-week break.
Yes.
So I still bristle every time I hear coaches talking about, well, you know, we use the first week to get everything in order and players tend to their family needs and the logistics because the second week is all football. Well, we didn't have a second week. So you look, it's not excuse making, but I'm still annoyed.
because of that.
and we had to play in that
Well, that
garbage of a
feeds-
stadium in San Diego,
And
and,
that
you shouldn't have to play a Super Bowl in your enemy's stadium.
That did in fact happen. So
That did
so there was a lot of things that were
And we wore white.
working against.
It was a lot of bad things.
It's a lot of bad things. What would Al, Amy, think about Gruden being back and for the amount of money for which he is back? What do you think?
Wow, that's a two-part question.
It is. It is.
You know, that's a big financial undertaking. I haven't read the contract, so I don't comment on contracts I've not read.
What if it
because
was
I
10
would be
years, $100
stunned.
million?
Well, but we know, you know, you don't know. The devil lies in the details, Rich. Is there a buyout provision? Is there an opt-out provision? Is there a sliding scale?
Okay.
No matter how you carve it, it is a lot of money. But look, the Raiders had some very, very shrewd business reasons for making a deal like that. The team is leaving a market in which those magnificent fans have supported the team through thick and thin, and they need to keep those fans engaged for a minimum of a year, possibly more, that the team will be there before they say, bye, Felicia. And now they're going to a market in which they have a lot of expensive
That's
product.
not Los Angeles, though, so that's a mistake. But go ahead.
There you go. But look,
came
the team's undertaking a really a breathtaking amount of debt for the new facility in Vegas. And they've got a lot of really, really expensive product to sell. Suites, club seats, sponsorships, all of those things. And so signing Gruden is very shrewd from a business standpoint. He's going to energize the fan base.
the fact, though, that he is back on the sideline in the silver and black, is that something Al wanted? Did he want that? do you think?
It's not something that ever came up. I mean, we never talked about it.
Never?
Al
Because of,
would
the way it all broke up,
Al
you
would
mean, or-
want on the sideline anyone that he believed could help the team win. So it would depend on his analysis. Was that going to help the team win or not?
So then let's dive deeper into the pool then. Kaepernick. Would Al have signed him amongst everything that's going on right now?
If he believed that Kaepernick could help the team win, he would sign him. In other words, I'm not suggesting he would or he wouldn't. I don't know the answer
Sure,
to that.
of course.
But what I do know is his analysis would have been, can this man make my team better? Can he help us win? And if the answer to that was yes, none of the other issues would impact his decision.
Well, I mean, you are the personification of Al Davis's groundbreaking management of a National Football League or a major sports organization. Obviously, he hired the first African-American head coach as well. Do you think...
And Tom Flores.
Right,
Yeah,
Tom Flores as well. Do you think Al would have been fine with Kaepernick taking a knee? How do you think he would have been in the meetings?
You know, Al's,
are going on right
it's
now?
a question I'm asked a lot. Al absolutely believed in our freedoms and our freedoms to express ourselves. He also was very, very, very patriotic. So ultimately his decision, and by the way, those are not mutually inconsistent.
Correct.
When
Right.
you talk, and certainly when I've talked to many members of our armed services, their response to all of this hullabaloo is, Amy, we enlisted to defend and protect the rights of others to say that with which we disagree. That's sort of the heart of what we believe in. So those aren't mutually inconsistent. And I'll come back to the point I made earlier. Al's decision would have been entirely X's and O's. Can this player help my team?
When it all comes down to it, right now, he has filed a grievance to get back in the NFL. And he has deposed an owner, a general manager, and a head coach in Bob McNair, Ozzie Newsome, and John Harbaugh in the last 2 weeks. I guess last one for you on this one, Amy. Do you think the fact that he has filed this grievance prevents any owner from going ahead and being able to look McNair in the face and say, I know he sat there and he deposed you, I believe wearing a Kunta Kinte T-shirt while he did it, and sat there and watched Bob McNair answer Q&A. That I'm still signing this guy. Do you think that his grievance is preventing him from getting a job right now?
Well,
in the
if it
NFL?
is, that's absolutely, it's silly because, and I'm saying it's silly from a business standpoint, because if the league wants to cap its damages, and I'm using cap in the sense of CAP, not in the sense of his name.
KAEP.
Right. If they want to put a cap on damages, sign him. Because then even if and to the extent he proves collusion in his grievance, you've capped the damages he can recover and limited it to the period of time the grievance covers.
Or
So
they
n-
can just sign him and let him play. Like, let the man play football if he can make your team.
And the question is, how can he not make your team right? I mean, based on some of the quarterbacks who have been signed over the last weeks,
Exactly.
months.
I mean, if I'm a lawyer
NFL.
for the league right now,
Yes.
I'm saying to someone, if you want to limit damages that he may ultimately recover, sign him.
What do you think of all this, Q?
I think it's ridiculous. I think, the whole purpose, you should be able to do what you want to do. And when the flag is playing, national anthem is playing, you should be able to do what you want to do. At home, you're doing what you want to do. You're on the couch, you're on the phone, you're doing what you want to do. This country is backwards. You look at somebody like Roseanne, who her national anthem, singing the national anthem was like one of the most terrible things I ever seen. And now she's the biggest, got the biggest ratings on TV. But Kaepernick is out of a job for taking a knee and silently protesting. This is backwards, upside down. It's craziness.
Do you have any? Is the national anthem being played at any of the Big 3 games? Do you do that?
We played them last year, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And is there any rule or conversation that you've had on anything?
No,
or there's
you
nothing
do what
like
you want to do.
Okay.
You can go to get some popcorn if you want to, go to the bathroom, whatever you want to do.
Cube and Amy Trask.
It's a free country.
Cube and Amy Trask, founder and chairman of the Big 3 Basketball League. That's going to be tipping off again on June 22nd in Houston, Texas at the Toyota Center. Have you checked the NBA final dates? I mean,
Yeah,
because
we'll be fine.
You're fine.
You
You
know,
got the date right
Game
there.
7 is on the 17th.
Okay,
of June,
that's about.
so
I was just doing off the top
as
of
long
my
as
head.
they don't go to game 8, 9, or 10.
You thought we didn't look?
No, I didn't. Excuse me. If there's anybody buttoned up, it's you. That you're the chairman for a reason. I'm sure you're buttoned up, but I'm just doing this off the top of my head because it could be the Rockets could be having a parade at that point.
Yeah,
in time.
after the parade, just come to our game.
How do you think that's going to play out?
Well, by the way, we hear
Yes.
about that a lot from Clyde.
I'm
Yes.
sure you do from your Commissioner Drexler. How great is that?
Commissioner
Or
Clyde.
I was about to say, is he Commissioner Glide? Is that,
Yeah,
he
that'd
could
be
be.
cool.
I still call him Phi Slamma Jamma.
That's some old school stuff right there, no
Right.
doubt. How do you think the NBA playoffs are going to play out, Cube? Do you think it's a Warriors situation right here, or obviously the East is now more wide open because Kyrie just had knee surgery, he's done for the year?
Yeah,
What do you think here?
injuries, man. Everybody always picking. Everybody said the Cavs and Warriors. Just wait and watch the playoffs. But you look up and these injuries now, it's wide open. So a team like the Rockets, why not? Why not be able to sneak in there and get them a chip?
And the Sixers, I mean, the city of champions, as they're calling them right now, because of the Eagles, Villanova, and now the Sixers are. Everything's kind of maybe
Hold on
potential.
about the Sixers, but
Now what? I don't know.
Yeah, they-
I mean, things are wide open for them to maybe make it a couple of rounds if
they'll be
Embiid
all right.
comes back.
They got a good squad.
Okay.
It sucks that losing works.
The tanking.
Yeah,
You're
that
saying.
sucks. They got to fix that.
Well, I think they're working on that right now.
Got to.
Trying.
It's terrible.
But Dr. J, I mean, he's still part of your organization. in a
yeah,
way?
yeah. He's coach
Okay.
Tri-State.
Okay, very good.
But to lose to win is just
It's counterintuitive.
it's anti what I pay to watch for.
Last one for you here, Cube. Your son was here on this show about, what was that, about 6 weeks ago, about a month and a half ago or something
Yeah.
like that?
Yeah, something like that.
And I asked him what it was like to play you in Straight Outta Compton. And
He was born for that role.
I know he literally
Literally.
was. But he did say he had to read for it, though.
Yeah. Yeah. You gotta be. Hey, we want the best people in the position that can help make the movie great.
Right.
And he had to show he was better than all the other fake cubes that was coming in the door.
Fake Fugazi cubes.
How many
That
were
was
there?
coming in the door.
How many were, how many
How many
were
are
there?
there?
They had about 7, 8 dudes who was trying to fake it, but I'm like, let's go in there, let them know this is your part.
Now, were you there when he read?
No,
Because that would have been very nerve-wracking.
I
think.
wasn't there for none of the process. I just let him, go in there and get the job.
Well, this is what he had to say when I
Right.
asked him about it. Check it out. So which mannerisms of his do you think you nailed the best?
The frown.
I mean, just right there.
That was scary. The frown.
Wow.
That was my go-to. Like during a lot of my auditions, like regular conversations, I would just keep it there just so
Oh,
they
that's
know, like,
you.
you're not gonna get this nowhere else.
That's great.
And it worked to my advantage.
What do you think? He's got that frown down.
Yeah, he got it down. I mean,
How
some
many
people. Yeah, I was in New York, walking across the street. Dude was like, "Yo, Q, what's up?" I'm like, "What's happening? Where's O'Shea at?" I'm like, "Whoa, wait a minute. How did that just happen? How did that just happen?" But yeah,
That's
he got
awesome.
it down. Some people say he looked like me more than me. And that's crazy.
The fatherly pride can only go so far. That's
awesome.
It only goes so far. Well, I really, he's coming back here, I think, in a couple weeks.
I think so, yeah.
So look forward
He
to
might
having
want
him.
one of y'all, Josh. Y'all better be careful.
No, I know.
Right? Y'all better be careful
Hey,
back there.
he says he wants to spend like a whole hour here, if the whole show, just
Yeah, he's
chop it up
good.
on all sports.
And
He
you-
loves to do this stuff more than movies.
And if when you're out for a day, he could take over your desk.
Done.
Definitely.
Okay.
And you might not have it when you get back. I say the O'Shea Jackson
The
Jr.
O'Shea-
show.
And he's probably faster than me, that's for sure. Well, good to see you guys again. Thanks for coming in here. Really
No problem.
appreciate
Thanks
it.
for
Always
having
good
us.
to see you,
Yep,
Rich.
you got it. Same here. Cube and Amy Trask again, once again. The season tips off on June 22nd in the spot where maybe the Rockets are going to win it all. Championship game takes place in Brooklyn way on August 24th, but the date you really need to peg right now is next Thursday, 8 to 10 Eastern, the live broadcast of the Big 3 player draft, Season 2. FS1, and you can catch Friday nights on either FS1 or Fox, the live events of the Big 3 themselves.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.